All right, so I am super excited to be making this video. I got a new red ackie monitor, a little juvenile. Um, I ordered this lizard from Snakes at Sunset in Miami, Florida, and I mean, going off first impressions, and I see no reason why this would even change. I am actually super happy and very impressed. I live in Southern California, and they got the lizard to me from Miami, Florida via FedEx. Healthy, happy, perfect condition. Exactly as it was advertised. Uh, yeah, I mean, just phenomenal. Um, there's a heat pack. It was still warm, nice, like toasty warm. Uh, the lizard itself, I actually got a good deal on it because it has a little bit of a nub tail, which you'll see later. Um, doesn't matter to me because the lizard is still very healthy and in great shape otherwise. Um, yeah, I was just inspecting, making sure it was alive and intact and looked healthy, looked good, was alert. Uh, Sorry for the mess in the background. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a monitor lizard in years and years, and I mean that's a story for another time. But I'm just super excited to be getting back in the thick of it. I mean, my screen name is Veronid Guy after all, so it only makes sense. uh, so there it is. I'm going to be referring to the lizard as a she right now because for some reason it just strikes me as a female, but there's no way for me to be 100% sure until it's a little bit bigger. Um, it's just beautiful. This next clip coming up is after the lizard has only been in the cage for a couple of hours, um, already eating voraciously, very well. I mean, acting comfortable. It's awesome. I mean, I couldn't be happier with what I received. Um, the basking temperature right there where it's at is about 115 to 120 degrees surface temperature. Um, so I mean, it's appropriate. Ackies can actually go a little bit higher on the surface temperature, but this is just a temporary living situation for it. It's a 60-gallon tank, and the lizard is honestly pretty small, so I mean, it's not going to be cramped for space. But I will be getting the adult enclosure built very, very soon, and we'll definitely highlight that. Um, Here in a moment, I tried to feed her super worm. I don't know if the worm was too big or if it just made the lizard feel a little vulnerable, I guess you could say, because their main mode of defense, especially when they're this tiny, is their mouth to bite. Um, monitors are extremely intelligent, very curious animals, and they can also be pretty defensive when they're uncomfortable. And being that this is a new environment, I don't know if she spit it back up because it was just too big, like I said, or if because she just felt too vulnerable and decided, nah, that's enough. But after this, I kind of left her alone for about another 20, 30 minutes and then decided to try tong feeding. Now, this isn't something that is usually recommended so early, right when you get a new monitor, but I figured because she was already eating and being active and basking and not acting too stressed that I would give it a try. And you'll see in that clip that I don't invade her space. I don't force it in her face. I don't make any sudden movements. I don't do anything to startle the lizard. And when she appears to not really be interested in taking from tongs, I just drop it, get out of her space, let her be. And you'll also be able to see that the way she reacted was very curious and very interested, despite not taking the prey directly from the tongs, which is actually a really, really good sign. Um, and a clip that I got too was I had my hand in the cage earlier, just kind of outstretched, and she actually walked up to me and smelled my hand a little bit rather than running away, which is another very positive interaction. The trick with these kinds of lizards that are so intelligent is gaining their trust. The whole method of manhandling them and basically getting them to submit is very old school. It's not good for the lizard. It can get you injured, especially if you're trying that with a larger lizard, because they can be very powerful. So it's just not a good way to tame intelligent lizards. It really isn't. So yeah, I'm back in the thick of it, and I am super excited, very jazzed. And if you watch this video, thank you so much for watching, and I will continue to make new videos.